Let me show you just how easy it is to eat between 3,000 to 4,000 calories in a day without getting any takeout or fast food. And this is going to be a good example of ways that I used to eat before I lost 160 pounds. Starting my day with a breakfast classic, 2 pieces of toast. I used to love this kind, which is 130 calories per piece, so I had 2, smothered in so much peanut butter. I'm just gonna estimate and say I used a serving and a half. Then I would chop up a banana and put it on top of the toast. And then of course I would have a coffee with breakfast, and I love creamer in my coffee, but I would just free pour. So let's just say I used 4 tablespoons. Then for lunch, I would grab something super simple because I was either in school or I was working. And one of my go-tos was Hot Pockets, and I would definitely eat both. And then of course I would have some ranch on the side with it because pizza and ranch is a match made in heaven. And I would definitely use more than 1 serving. I would usually have a can of soda with lunch, and it was always the full sugar kind. For an afternoon snack, if I was feeling hungry, one of my absolute favorites was some French onion dip. I would probably use at least 2 servings. And always the Ripple chips with that. And there was no way I was eating just 12 chips. So let's just say I had 2 servings of those 2. Now I would have some carrots with that and some cucumbers. And then usually most days I was having a second cup of coffee. So again, another 4 tablespoons. And then for dinner, it was a classic staple, easy go-to meal, tacos. Using 80-20 ground beef, which is very common. And I would probably use about a serving size of this. 2 regular flour tortillas, which here's the nutrition facts for just 1. On top of that, I'd have some sour cream. Let's just say I would use 1 serving. I would probably use more than that, but let's just go with 1. You have to have cheese for tacos. So again, let's just say I used 1 serving. I love guac on my tacos. And I'm gonna say I used 2 servings of this because that's not very much. And then for dinner, I would usually have another can of soda. And then of course you have to have dessert. And I'm gonna guess I definitely did not eat 1 serving, but for this example, let's just say I did. Now again, all of that is without eating out at all. That's 3 meals, 1 afternoon snack, and dessert, which most people, that's probably the breakdown of what they're eating. Let me show you just a rough estimate of the total amount of calories. 3,645 calories. And this is precisely why when you're trying to lose weight and be in a deficit, it's so helpful to track your calories.